After the long wait of over 8 years for some of us, we are finally getting there. We are now under 40 days away from Starfield's release, and the hype is getting bigger than ever before, but so are the expectations and the worries. So we've got to talk about it. Recently there's been a lot of concern amongst I would say the newer Bethesda fans, of people being like, yo, the game's releasing in, under 2 months, why isn't there a bunch of trailers and gameplay dropping like every other day? Pretty much just sort of worrying that the game is still in a bad state or whatever. And look, I know that would usually be the case with most video games. It is usually around this time that we are seeing early reviews going up and first impressions and previews and new trailers and cinematics and gameplay, but trust me, take it from someone who has been playing Bethesda games since like, I don't know, 2007 or something. This is what Bethesda does. This is what they always do. They absolutely love the silence. It's nothing to be concerned about. I'm not saying that the game is going to be perfect. I made a video just the other day addressing all of the concerns and worries that the player base currently has, and you all know that I am trying to keep my mind open. I do think that Starfield will be a hit, but there's always the chance that it's trash, right? I don't think it will be, but we have to stay open to that possibility, unfortunately. It was only like a month or so ago that we got the 45-minute direct of brand new gameplay, mechanics, a bunch of raw footage, so honestly, I think some of you just need to chill out a little bit. I know that we're all very excited to see and hear more, but quite honestly, I don't think that Bethesda need to do much else. Maybe one more gameplay trailer a few weeks before launch to remind everybody that isn't staying fully up to date with the game like you and I, but that's really it. No, Bethesda have never promoted a game as much as they have with Starfield. So if you think that it's time to worry because of the lack of gameplay trailers and all of that usual stuff, you're mistaken, and that's okay. Like I said, we're just mere weeks away, and honestly we're bound to start seeing more stuff pop up soon. I'm also seeing a little concern in my comments and on the Discord, and even my boy Mr. Matty Plays mentioned in his video a few days ago that people are asking, hey, how come there's no previews and all of that stuff, and I'm pretty much just going to tell you the same thing that I already have. This is how Bethesda does this. Trust me, there's nothing to be concerned about. But the main point of this video is simply the hype. The Starfield hype is going absolutely crazy at the moment. I've had this channel for like a year and a half at this point, and I've never seen this much Starfield hype. Our Starfield channel on our Discord has never been more active, to the point where I'm looking at hiring new mods for the server, and it feels like everyone is making Starfield content. Starfield is trending almost every day on Twitter. The Starfield official Twitter account keeps posting little clips from the Starfield Direct to give a little more hype to the game. We're seeing more and more people pre-order every day, and it's really just the start of it all. Like I said, we are likely about to see some more gameplay trailers, perhaps even a story trailer, another release date teaser, and all of that usual good stuff, perhaps some previews. You're going to start seeing Starfield ads pop up on YouTube and other websites. I was actually shopping the other day and I saw a massive Starfield poster on a bus. We've obviously got the Lucasade bottles that I keep buying every time I see them. Someone please help my bank account. And it's just the beginning. I quite honestly haven't seen this much hype since Fallout 4, and that makes me incredibly happy as a BGS fan. I'm so excited to dive into Starfield and make a bunch of character build and lore videos with you guys. But going back to the whole preview thing, I do get why some people are just kind of waiting on that. They want to see reviews and first impressions from people they trust, which is completely understandable. I'm the exact same way because games are not cheap anymore. I mean, £70 for a game that I might just play for 10 hours and beat and never touch again ain't it, man. So I'm always looking to go to reviewers that I trust. Again, my boy Mr. Matty. If I'm looking at buying a game I'm not sure about, then I always check his channel for a review, because quite often we share the same opinions on games, so I feel that I can trust his reviews, right? His review of Dead Space, the remake that came out earlier this year, actually convinced me to buy it. And at the moment, the Dead Space remake is in fact my game of the year. But of course it's bound to be kicked out of place once games like Starfield and Spider-Man 2 drops. The point is, I understand, but you have to consider that Starfield may not do any previews. Yes, a few people have applied for early access, but that's it. Bethesda don't look like they're about to be flying anybody out to play Starfield for a few hours. And honestly, I don't think that that's a big concern. Fallout 4 never did this, and it sold extremely well for an RPG. I really do have faith, I have all the faith in the world, that Starfield will be a good game. I have very, very little concern, But as you all know, I do have some very minor concerns and worries, which I've spoken about a lot in the past, so I won't bore you with the details again here. Again, with the Starfield hype being what it is, we're bound to see a ton of new footage come out soon. We all know that Starfield is very likely going to be one of those games like Skyrim and Fallout 4 that we play for years and years and years into the future. And look, Bethesda and Xbox both know what they've got in their hands. They know that Starfield could be the next Skyrim, you know, aka the biggest RPG in the world. And honestly, when you think about it, this isn't even an open world game, it's an open universe game. The amount of work and content that Bethesda has put into Starfield is absolutely next level, at least according to what they've been saying. Of course, we will have to wait and see ourselves in September, but this could be Bethesda's best game yet, and you all know I think it will be. The hype is only just beginning, and if you want to stay completely up to date on all of it, then consider subscribing and you won't miss any Starfield information, leaks, details and plenty more. Lastly, a huge shout out to the channel members. The support means the absolute world, guys, so thank you so much for sticking with me month after month. But look, with all of that said and done, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.